What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a new Slimecast episode. I don't know what number we're on. I think 4?
Yeah, maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah, I think probably. I'm trying to think of I'm picturing each background image I've used, so that's how I'm adding them up. What have you been up to?
Well, recently I've been playing Donkey Kong Country and some Jet Set Radio on the original Xbox.
Nice, nice.
But speaking of the OG Xbox, I have lost an OG Xbox in my collection.
Oh, did it die?
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to open it up and take the thing out.
Oh, yeah, it's like that thing that leaks in it.
Yeah, like one day I just turned it on. There's nothing on the screen popped up. It just gave me a red light, so it was done.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm worried about. My thing, the time is always needs to be set every time, which is an indicator that thing is going out, but I don't know. The hassle of opening it up and taking that out, I'll take my chances.
yeah, I don't even know the screws that you have to use to take it out.
I've opened up the Xbox 360 twice in the past, and that's a pain in the ass itself. That like I have, when it comes to repairing electronics, I have about a 50% success rate. Half the time I successfully fix it and I feel good. The other half the time I can't get the damn thing together properly again. I feel like a caveman and I just say, fuck it, I'll get a new one. And I throw the pieces in a box.
Yeah, yeah, it's like that sometimes. But unfortunately, I'm kind of fucked because all of my saves are gone now.
Oh shit, that's a good point. Because they're all inside the console.
Yeah, well, at least now I have a new Xbox. I just beat Halo 1 again, and now I'm going through Jet Set Radio.
You can probably swap the whole drive if you really wanted to.
True.
But then again, that's probably a pain in the ass.
Yeah, and I have no idea how to open up an original Xbox.
Yeah, you'd have to like watch a YouTube thing, and then you know damn well like you would follow the video perfectly, get everything screwed in, then it wouldn't work, and you would have to figure out what that problem was. Like it never goes smooth.
Yeah,
Like, oh, you gotta update the firmware and put this USB in the console, and it's like I don't know how to do that.
yeah, definitely. But I guess since I have some topics, I want to start with a good one.
I'll just I gotta get into what I've been up to recently.
Oh, sorry, man. Go ahead.
That's so good. Just I've been reorganizing and cleaning the room, which will definitely help with the videos. Because I had some days off of work. So I got my room cleaned and I got it reorganized. So now it's not cluttered anymore. It's a lot more open. So I'm really hoping will help my workflow. Because like now it's just easier to record. I got the TV set up properly. It's easy to capture footage now. I got some lighting. I got some lava lamps. I got a cool setup going. Now that the room is finally clean, I got some plans for YouTube coming up. I'm hoping that I can get a friend to spend the night. That way we can shoot some video ideas I have. I want to make a video where I record my game collection, and I need a cameraman because those videos get a lot of views. And then I also want to make a video on Mario Kart 64. So that's what I've been up to. I've also been working on a side project. I'm hesitant to say anything, but I'm working on a music album, is all that I'll say. Anyway, that's about it.
Uh, yeah, if I could ask, what genre is it?
Rap.
Okay, all right.
Uh, See, on my side channel, and I'm hesitant to say it because I try to hide the side channel now. I have some I have some shitty rap on the side channel and on my SoundCloud, but I've been working to get better at it now. Like, I think my lyrics, I think I'm really good at writing lyrics, right? Like, I'll have like double rhyming and stuff. The only thing I'm trying to work on is getting the flow right. I think I got everything else, but finding the right flow has been the only challenge, but I'm getting better each time I try. And also I'm making like the beats myself with this program. So in-house production. It's taking a lot of time, but I've been enjoying the process. Rap is like a fun side hobby for me.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah, that's
Now,
what I've been up to.
sorry, man, but this topic is really good. Okay,
I am ready.
so I thought about this a couple days ago, and here it is. If you were in the office when they were thinking about the new Xbox,
Okay.
let's just say they're in the meeting room. What is the new Xbox going to be? What is it going to look like? What is it? What is everything going to be about it? What
Well,
what what
it's
would you?
gonna have a different name. I can tell you that much.
All right, what would you name it?
Anything but the fucking what is named now. Actually, I like the name. I like the Xbox Scarlet. I like the code name that they had. They should have went with Xbox Scarlet, Xbox 720, or Xbox Two. Any of those would have been fitting. The new one's just confusing for people.
Yeah, I get that. And like, how would you? I know this is kind of hard to describe in audio form, but like, what would like the looks be?
Uh, I don't know. I don't hate the look of the Xbox One now. I know a lot of people like shit on it. I don't hate the look of it now, but I'd make it more fun looking, I guess. Like, oh, here's an idea, right?
Mm,
If you call it the Xbox Scarlet, it's a cool name, right? That little logo that lights up, make it red or green, but not white. Just like a little touches to make it a bit cooler looking, I guess. But I don't know. It's hard to think of the design because like it is a box at the at the end of the day. The
right.
PlayStation 5 design is more unique, I'll say that, but I don't know. It is generic looking, but at the same time, I mean, consoles are so much like PCs now. Although
Yeah,
maybe they could have went with like a crazy design. Like make go back to that prototype Xbox original design that was literally shaped like a fucking X. Do that. Why not?
yeah. That's what I would personally do. Like, well, I guess this leads into my next topic: concept videos. Like, you remember back when YouTube first came out, and people
Yeah.
talking about the PS, when people were talking about concepts for the PS3, Xbox 720. Like, what did you?
Yeah, it'd be these terrible like it'd be these videos with this music, and then it would show photos of like, is this the new Xbox?
Yeah, and I mean, here's the thing. Like, I used to watch those videos, and I know this is kind of cringe. I actually got like really excited for it. Like, wow, that's what the new Xbox is gonna look like, or wow, this is what the Wii's gonna look like. It's
Yeah,
weird, but
they were
fuck it,
convincing,
they were.
especially to a kid. I mean, I used to fall for the fake movie trailers. Like they would make up a fake sequel to a movie, and I'd watch it as a kid and be like, man, I can't wait to find that movie. Where is it? When is it coming out?
Yeah, and I mean, and it's weird. I just want to go back to the Xbox One topic for a quick second. Just imagine if Microsoft actually watched those videos and took some of their ideas, like the concept for the next Xbox 360, you know, like, where you
Yeah.
have customizable joysticks, this and that. Imagine if Microsoft actually listened to the concept videos and took some ideas from that. How fucking cool would that be?
That would be cool. It's just something about companies nowadays in the gaming industry, and I guess it's in other industries too. Like you're taking the most bland, safe path instead of being more creative and taking chances. Like stand out, do something different. Like there's been gimmicks and stuff that have failed in the past, but like still try to do something new. You know?
Yeah. Actually, though, Another gaming console I want to talk about is a Nintendo iQue. Have you heard of it?
What? Nintendo iQue?
Yeah, so
What is that?
it's like this Nintendo console, right? They only released it in China because China put a ban on video game consoles, but
Oh yeah, isn't that? It's just a NES, right?
nah, it's actually the Nintendo 64 just crammed into like a big Xbox Duke controller.
Huh? I feel like I maybe heard of that, but that sounds interesting.
Yes, like it came with games packed in, and you have to go to these like little kiosks around like China or whatever to get the games. I'm honestly thinking
Huh?
about getting it.
How much is it? Is it expensive or is it affordable?
It's around $200 to get it in box, and it's around the late hundreds to just get it loose.
Well, that'd be a cool piece to have in the game room, like on display or something, and people could ask like, "Oh, what is this?" And then you could share the cool bit of trivia with them.
Yeah. The only problem is like most of them are in China, and yeah, I don't really think there's a way I could get it from China to America, but we'll see.
You're getting nostalgia. You're gonna have to go on a long voyage across the ocean to China itself to track one of these down. And you film each episode. The Game Collector's Travel Vlog to China. Episode 45, Lost in Hong Kong. Episode 68, Arrested by the Chinese government.
Episode 69. Well, I guess I shouldn't say it on YouTube, but fuck it. Episode 69, put into a containment camp or whatever.
Yeah, be like, hey, what happened to Slimecast? Oh, nostalgia stuck in a Chinese slave work camp. We're hoping to get him out. He just won't leave until he gets that game console.
Yeah, man. Oh shit, I had another topic in mind. Oh, that's right. I finally finished the game room.
Oh, did you? How'd that go?
It honestly went smoothly. I got the console set up, I got the desk set up. I haven't really showed it off to anybody yet, but I'll send you a video on Instagram.
So we again remember my suggestion. Definitely do like a game room tour.
Yeah,
Those get
I'm
a
waiting,
lot of views.
I'm waiting to get my posters and my decorations before I do the game room tour. But I am having that in mind.
Nice, nice. Definitely get those posters up. The posters add a lot to the room.
They do.
Like I have a bunch of posters in my room. It's starting to get to the point where now I've got to start putting them on the ceiling and shit. It's running out of room.
Yeah, and you know what sucks? Like moving this stuff around.
Yeah.
Oh, holy shit! Fucking wire management, dude. Like having all these consoles hooked up to one surge protector, it is a bitch.
Oh,
To
yeah,
hook that off,
definitely. It's a
it is a
fucking nightmare.
yes. Like holy fuck!
Yeah, it's such a hassle.
Yeah, it took me like an hour to set it up and make it work fine and at least make it look decent. Like
Yeah.
I could hook everything up and there could be wires everywhere, but not gonna switch places with consoles, move it over here, move it over there. Just at least make it look decent.
Yeah, I gave up on that. I tried keeping all the consoles hooked up to the TV, and I had like those switch boxes and stuff. But then now I've said fuck it. I will bring the console out and plug it in and hook it up when I need it. Like I've given up, I've given up on the dream of maintaining them all. And now they're in a shelf and one at a time.
Yeah, and you know what's gonna suck? Bringing
What?
in bringing in new consoles, because
Oh
now
yeah.
now when I get a new one, I have to buy another surge protector. Then when I get to it, I have to buy another one, then another one, then another one, and it's just gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, like, it's gonna be so many. I remember James Rolfe had a video where he talked about that, and like I'm sure you can relate. Like just like the nightmare of wires behind the TV or wherever they're plugged in. There's just like so many and like boxes and shit. It's just like People underestimate. Like I want to make a video like the annoyance of maintaining a game collection and like keeping everything hooked up and stuff. It's just like it's a hassle. I can relate.
Yeah. And
So how do you describe the layout? How'd everything go?
okay, so you know that popular game room where the game consoles are kind of like placed in boxes?
Yeah.
I have something similar to that, but it's kind of smaller for like small boxes. And I figure, I'm a big Xbox fan, so I'll put OG Xbox in one, Xbox 360 in another, and Xbox One in another. And then I'm thinking, what am I gonna do with that last one? Throw a GameCube in there, because why not? And
Right.
then for the top, I have a PS4. I have a PS4 at the bottom with the PS2 stacked on top, with the N64 right next to it. Then all the way on the other side of the TV is the PS1 with a screen.
Nice. So at least you got it all like laid out. You got a system going.
Yeah, and with the desk area, well, first off, I should kind of describe like the bottom of it. So again, there's four cubes. So I put all my retro games on one cube, and then the rest is all Xbox 360.
Right.
Again, you'll see it in the Instagram video. But on my desk here, all of my I have I don't really have too many Xbox One and PS4 games, so all those are on the desks. All those are on the desk or whatever. And then PS1 and the original Xbox, they were kind of stuffed in the back of the retro section. So I decided to put them up here on the desk, and then on the other side of the desk, like to my left right now, I have two PSPs right in front of me. I have two Xbox One controllers and two PS4 controllers. And right in front of me is my laptop. Right in front of me is my laptop hooked up to a screen or a
Right.
monitor, whatever. So yeah, everything's looking good.
I bet it feels good to finally have it done too.
Yeah,
Like
and
it's like whenever you're moving stuff around and cleaning a room, it's just like it takes longer than you expect, but when it's done, it's super relieving. It's like finally.
yeah, and they got more good news. I have a capture card coming and a microphone coming, so
Sweet.
my live streams are about to be top fucking notch.
Is it the capture code for new stuff or old stuff?
New stuff right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so shout out to my friend RJ because she's a big Saints Row fan, but as soon as I get my capture card and my microphone in, I'm planning on hooking up the Xbox 360 and doing like an 80% speed run on Saints Row 1 with my friend RJ.
Nice. I've never played Saints Row 1 actually. Well, I played a little bit of Saints Row 2. I know sacrilege to Saints Row fans, but Saints Row 3 was my introduction, and I really love that game.
It's a decent.
Although I know the complaints, like Saints Row 2 is like seems to be the direction the fans want, which I understand. As a guy who comes from a franchise that I don't like the direction of, I have no issue with them ignoring Saints Row 3 and going back to Saints Row 2.
Yeah,
Not
like
that game room though. Oh, sorry.
it's alright.
I didn't know if you were done with the game room topic.
Uh,
Add on.
uh, it's just a little bit more to say. Like the
Okay.
posters, the posters I'm planning on getting. I'm planning on getting I'm planning on getting a bunch of SNES posters, a Back to the Future poster, a Pulp Fiction poster. Then with the Grand Theft Auto posters, I'm planning on getting GTA 3, San Andreas, and Vice City, and just kind
Sweet.
of like have them hanging up, like all in somewhat like a shrine, really. But I want to make it, but I want to hang them up and just make them, look nice.
That's awesome. Those are cool posters too.
Yeah.
That's going through Amazon, I'm guessing.
Yep.
Amazon has so many great posters. Like there's a bunch of them I always want to buy, but it's just like Can't justify the money, but one day.
Yeah. Actually, though, speaking of Grand Theft Auto, I just discovered something a couple days ago. So, you know the game GTA London?
Vaguely. I never played it.
Okay. So I got it for the PS1, and whenever I would put it in, it just wouldn't work, right?
Yeah.
It would say put in Grand Theft Auto, it would say put in Grand Theft Auto disc, and I thought the disc is in there. What is it talking about? And I just thought the game was broken. But I thought, when it says Grand Theft Auto, does it mean Grand Grand Theft Auto 1?
Right.
And then I put the Grand Theft Auto 1 disc in there. Then it says put the GTA. Then it says put the GTA London disc in there. I thought I was a fucking genius. I genuinely thought the game was broken, but no. It says you have to put the GTA 1 disc in there. I was like, holy shit.
That's interesting. That's like I don't I don't know if very many people would have figured that out. It's just like, yeah, it's one you just have to get lucky and guess it, you know.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, I look up this game. It says nothing about that. Like, it doesn't even say anything on the case. Like,
Yeah, they should. Seems like the type of thing you would want, like slapped big letters on the case. Like you need to do this.
exact. It like I imagine everybody who has this game for the PS1, they just assume it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like it seems like you would get so many people returning the game, and like you gotta advertise that all over the case. Like,
Yeah, and then look up on YouTube. Hey, I mean, GTA London disc doesn't work on PS1. No videos at all. Nothing.
yeah,
And look,
it's like, why wouldn't they advertise that information? Like, it, it's like you buy like a 12-pack of soda and they have like there's no tab to open them, and it's like, oh, you have to have this special key, but we're not gonna tell you or something stupid.
right.
It's like, hey, I think that's why I haven't heard about the game. Is it must have not sold well because nobody could figure out how to get it to run.
Exactly. But yeah, oh good.
No, I was just saying that's like that's one of those funny like little things from the past that you would never see today. Like this is little nuances from retro gaming.
Yeah. But speaking of like kind of open world games, I bought Driver for the PS1, and that game is no bullshit. Like I kept on hearing rumors that the tutorial's hard.
Is it?
I can't get past it. I can't
Oh
get
shit!
past it. That tutorial mission is fucking tough.
Are you sure you're not playing on like the highest difficulty?
I'm sure. I said it's easy
And
and nothing works.
if the tutorial is that difficult, just imagine the rest of the game.
Well, that's the thing. I heard the rest of the game is fun, but I can't get to it. Even with fucking cheat codes, this thing is
Jeez,
hard.
that's
Like,
fucked up.
yes,
You gotta pay somebody to like come to your house and play that port or something.
like I feel like I don't know how the driver series grew, but I feel like and again it's weird, nostalgia feelings, even though it didn't even grow up with the PS1, but I feel like this game just kind of like belongs in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I've never played the driver games.
yeah, this is the first time of me playing it too, but like this game kind of like belongs in that era since all the games from that era were hard. Like,
Yeah,
like Sonic 1, Mario 3, all those games are tough, and I feel like this game is like permanently stuck in the 90s, and I feel like that's kind of perfect.
yeah, it's like it's a product of its time.
It is.
Interestingly though, one of the driver games, I believe, I don't know which one. It's like one of the later ones. I saw a video on YouTube one of the driver games is the only game to have a second person thing. Because you always hear about first person video games and third person. There's a second person video game. It's like, what is second person? And apparently it's like you the view is through the windshield of the vehicle chasing you. So you control the vehicle in front of the first person view. It's weird. But apparently there is a second person video game moment, and it's one of the driver games. It's very strange how it's done.
Shit, might just pick that up.
Yeah, I don't know which one. If you look up like second person video game on YouTube, I'm sure this video would come up.
Yeah. Shit, what was I gonna talk about? Oh, yeah. So I saw this video on YouTube. It was somebody from the Metal Jesus crew and somebody else, but the topic was, does backwards compatibility really matter?
Yeah.
And of course, me as a retro gamer, I'm like, of course it does. With the rumors of PS5 playing games from all the way to the PS1, of course it matters. But when you think of regular people, it doesn't really, they don't really care. But what do you think of it?
I think it does matter because like it is convenient. I like it too because like I use backwards compatibility on the Xbox One a lot, and I like doing that a lot more than dragging out the 360, plugging it in, hooking it up as another console to my TV, and worrying about the red ring of death and all that also. Like it's just so much more convenient to have one console that can do both, just to put the disc in. Also, from like a game preservation standpoint, old discs will rot, and like the servers for old consoles will be shut down eventually. So having these games be backwards compatible is best for preserving the game throughout time if they keep going to the next system.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I'm just thinking about it like this, and of course this is gonna happen eventually. But let's just say somebody buys a PS5 in a couple of years, right? They
Yeah.
go they go through their old attic and they find their old PS1 or PS2 collection. Oh, where's my PS1? Where's my PS2? Oh, in a dumpster somewhere. What are they gonna play?
Right.
What are they gonna play it on? I feel like I feel like that kind of matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, also I will say, I believe the PS5, right? It only plays like a small section of the PS4 games. It doesn't play them all, right?
No, I heard rumors that it's gonna play it all,
Okay,
but
because I had seen like that I might not play all of them. I will say this: getting PS3 games to run on modern consoles is going to be very tricky because of the way it was built. However,
yeah,
moving forward from the Xbox One and PS4 generation onward, there's no excuse for those games not to be backwards compatible because consoles are so close to PCs now that there's no excuse for none of the game. Like all the games need to be backwards compatible. There's no excuse, and also people have started building like PS4 emulators and stuff. So these companies they have to make all the games from this point forward backwards compatible into the future. There's no more excuse, and hopefully we can get the old stuff running too.
I agree. Like I just want PS5 to run things all the way to the PS1.
Yeah, it'd be so convenient.
It would. Instead of dragging out and putting on the PS1, I could just throw it in the PS5. No big deal. But if they decide to sell the PS3 games online, I would understand that because building the PS3 was very complicated. Its coding was very complicated. All that.
Yeah.
So if they were to do PS3 online, I would understand that. But it should run PS1, 2, and 4.
Right.
PS3, I understand that.
No, especially PS4. Like, there's no reason it shouldn't be able to run a PS4 game.
Yeah,
Like, just like, I like game collecting and everything, but if I don't have to drag out the old console, then that's just way more convenient because like your setup, your TV only has so many inputs. Like I don't want to have to unplug shit and plug in the 360 and like just having plug in the PS1 or something. Like just give me the box that I can put any disc in, you know.
Exactly. However, though, speaking of PS1 again, have you heard of Tomb Raider?
Yeah, of course. I own Tomb Raider 1 on the PS1, although I've never played it.
Yo, playing this game is fucking weird.
It's like the controls are weird, right? Like they don't hold up.
They do not. But the weirdest part about it is I tried to play Tomb Raider with the controls with the joysticks, right?
Yeah.
It did not work out well. It did not. She was wiggling around, moving all weird. But then if I plug in the PS1 controller without the joysticks, it works just fine. I'm like, how?
It must have been designed when that was the only controllers. My only guess.
Yeah, like that doesn't really make sense. But I guess, well, it does make sense because I think Tomb Raider was one of the earlier
Yeah.
PS1 games. So
Still, you think it'd be a pain in the ass to control any 3D video game without sticks. Like you feel like the sticks would make it way like better to control.
exactly, like I thought when I got the controller, I thought it would feel good to play PS1 games with a decent controller. And just a quick thing. So I have a real PS1 controller and a fake PS2 controller, right? A third party
Yeah.
PS2 controller. A controller is real when it feels like a lot heavier. It feels a little bit more dense. Like with the fake PS2 controller I have,
Yeah, you can tell.
yeah. And I'm like playing with that controller now just fucking sucks. And the thing is, with the real PS1 controller that I have, it doesn't work with PS1 games. How the fuck does that make sense?
Yeah. It just those cheap knockoff controllers in general, and it just the quality of them is never as good as the real one. It seems like
Yeah,
some are okay, and some do their own thing, but for the most part, they're always terrible. Like my PS3, I use like knockoff school candy controller. And I know it's not the real thing. You can tell it's so much cheaper built and not up to the quality of the real thing.
yeah. But again, it like I don't know how the PS1 texturing works, but the fact that I have to use a fake controller in the PS1 controller without the joysticks to play PS1 games just doesn't add up. But I could play PS2 games with the PS1 controller really well. Like this controller feels really good. The controller is nice. You know, the
Yeah.
games control well. You know, it overall just feels good. But when I play the PS2 games with the fake controller, like there's a lot of glitches, a lot of weird movements. I don't really have much control with the controller, but
Yeah, it's almost like it's not properly configured perfectly for the console, you know? Like it's off and wonky.
yeah. But
That's why I definitely always try to get the original controllers for every console.
oh, believe me, I had to learn the hard way with the N64. Again, I'll show you on Instagram, but the trigger on the N64 just broke. I had to learn it the hard way with the N64 controller. Like
Yeah.
the trigger for the N64 just fucking broke.
Yeah, you mean like the thumb stick?
No, 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 like the trigger.
Oh, it broke.
Yeah, like you know that speedrunning glitch where you glitch Mario up the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to do that and
Oh
literally the
shit.
trigger just broke off.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say the thumb stick, because for me, the biggest issue is the N64 controller is the thumb stick gets loose over time. But I've never seen the trigger break before.
Yeah, no. Well, I guess I could. I guess I can show it to you audibly, but like,
Uh, yeah, it
yeah,
doesn't sound right.
exactly. Yeah, like third-party controllers just don't really work well. But what I am on planning to get is the Brawler 64 controller, though.
Yeah, that's the one I was like, there was like, I can't really describe it, but yeah, I think that's the one I want too. Like, there's a nice looking new Nintendo 64 controller. It looks good. I think we're probably thinking of the same one.
Yeah, it's one where it's like two handles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on getting.
Yeah, it looks nice, like definitely high quality, you know.
Yeah,
But that's because it's not that's high quality because it's people going out of their way to treat the fans right and treat the retro gaming community right. It's not like a company like Mad Catz just trying to cheaply make something and get it to the shelf.
yeah, definitely. Although you know what's weird?
Why?
Like I like the original Xbox Slim controller, but I am still looking for like a decent priced Duke controller. I don't know why, but I still just want one of those.
You know, that's always weird. Like, I think it's a regional thing. Cause I always hear people mention like the Duke controller being hard to find in the area, and then like when I looked at Value Village, we still just like pumped those out for a few bucks each. So it's always weird like the region thing. Cause like for me, it's like I could have got Duke controllers all day. So, but then I hear people on YouTube all the time mention like hard to find Duke controllers. So it's always that weird dynamic, you know.
Yeah, like when I first picked up my original Xbox, I'm like, hey, you guys got the Duke controller in stock? You're like, no, sorry, we're sold out. I asked again when I bought the new one. Nope, sorry, we're sold out, and I cannot find one for the life of me.
Well, just keep looking at Goodwill. So I think that's probably gonna be our best bet to save the money. You know.
Yeah,
You know, one of the rarest pieces in my game collection is actually a Duke controller. It's like this. It's the green one. It's apparently super rare. Like you never see it on eBay, but apparently it's like $250 or something.
you talking
I.
about the you talking
It's
about
like
like the dark green one?
yeah, and it's like a Duke controller.
Yeah, yeah, I seen it in your video.
Yeah, yeah, and apparently it's like $250 or something. I found it for $5. I only knew it was rare because I think Kinsey mentioned it in the Metal Jesus Rocks video. Like, oh, this is a rare one, by the way. And I saw it at Goodwill for a few bucks, so I'm like, I think I'll grab it.
Yeah, although one Xbox controller, well, if I even find a Duke controller, like if I just got rich one day, I want to find the blue Duke controller, like you know the one I'm talking about, the blue Xbox.
Yeah, I think so.
It was like a Halo edition. It was like a Halo
Yeah,
edition Xbox or something. It's like dark blue.
yeah, it's like all those Xbox original variations of stuff that go for a lot of money.
Yeah, like if it's possible, I want to buy all the original Xbox variants. Just this is the orange, the clear, the blue,
I
the
really want the Mountain Dew one.
yeah. So do I.
You know, it's weird. You never find the Express original variations at Goodwill. You never find the multicolor ones. It's always the black one. Like I've never seen the other ones out in the wild.
Actually, though, I don't know if you remember this, but remember that time on Instagram I DM'd you about the green cap of the original Xbox?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna need a fucking professional to do that because well, the goal is I'm trying to get the black cap on the green Xbox and replace it with the regular Xbox just to give it that like all black look.
Yeah.
But the way people take the caps off, the way I looked it up on YouTube is you literally have to take this shell apart and get
Jeez.
like a heat gun and just break off the case without damaging the cap. And I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah, see, I'd probably get mad, and then I'd probably try to cut it off and glue it or something.
Yeah,
Try to
like
slowly rip it off.
I'm gonna need to find like a, I don't know what you used to call them back in the day, but like it, and like a nerd about a system or something.
Like somebody who's into the modding.
Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah, it's just like you think changing the cap would be simple, but then it's like it's this whole hassle.
yeah, I figured it would be like the GameCube where you have like a secret thing where you could take it off, but no.
Yeah, and it's like it's just and what's annoying is once you open up the console, you've lost a few hours because now you also have to get it back together and everything. Like that's a chunk of your day gone.
Yeah,
And like heaven forbid something gets messed up and it just won't go back together.
yeah, definitely. Well, at least if I decide to open up this one, I can at least take the thing out so this one doesn't mess up.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely well, if you take it apart, just slow and steady. Keep all the screws. Don't organize. Don't let any fall on the ground. Remember where they go,
Yeah,
and remember how to put it back together. Because I made the mistake with the 360 the first time I tried to fix one. I couldn't get it back together. Like I
yeah,
couldn't get to. Like I just gave up on it, and it was in a box, so I think I threw it away. Although it
yeah,
was red ringed anyway.
yeah. I also tried to open up the system. It was the original PS1. I thought, does it take like a regular screwdriver? I was just curious, and then I try to unscrew it. And I'm like, oh shit, it does. And this was the PS1 that just didn't turn on anymore, right? So
Yeah.
I opened it. I couldn't really find the issue, so I just put it back together and left it alone. And then I got irritated because I wanted to play this game. Opened it up again, and I opened it up to the point where I got to the motherboard or whatever, but the middle shield broke off. Right? I'm like,
Oh
oh
shit.
shit, yeah.
Yeah. That's just.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, maybe I just do some compressed air with the motherboard.
Yeah.
Try to air it up. And I dual fought the motherboard. And I'm like, oh shit, it works. Then it overheats.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then I just kind of throw it out. But
That's just like that moment where it's like I did it, and then as it overheats, you just want to play like that Looney Tunes, like that wah wah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like defeated.
Luckily though, I got the PS1 Slim with the screen in it. Reads games no problem.
Yeah, I saw you got that. I think you posted on Instagram, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember you were talking about all the stuff you were gonna get, and then you got it. You got that PS1.
I did. And I should have pushed the game one back a little bit later, like until Christmas or whatever, because
Yeah.
now I really want to buy a Dreamcast. Well, I actually no, not a Dreamcast, the Master System. That system has been on my mind for like a while now.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah,
It's
but
like not a lot of people collect it, but it's always that interesting system that you look at.
but unfortunately, I blew almost $1,000 in my
Oh
demo
shit.
right here, so I'm not gonna be buying games for a while.
Yeah, hey, can I? Is that $1,000 from the stimulus money?
No, it's something separate.
Okay, because I blew a lot of the stimulus money on that kind of. That stimulus money came in handy. I paid bills and I bought a lot of stuff online,
Yeah. Well,
and now
now
I'm broke.
I'm broke as well, but I have a nice room that I can relax in, spend all my time in,
Yeah,
and
well, that's the nice thing. It's just having that room that it's your room. You can relax. It's just it's a place to go.
yeah. And now my life, well, not to self promote or anything, but Now my live streams are gonna get better. I'm gonna have the capture card. I'm gonna have the microphone. You know, also got some
Yeah.
studio. Also got some studio foam. So I'm gonna install that. Make sure my
Oh,
audio is
sweet.
good. Yeah, man.
That's something. That's something I still need to get. I never got that.
Yeah, like I'm I'm telling you this. Like when I install this studio foam, my audio is just gonna get like a lot better.
Sweet.
Yeah,
No, definitely that foam's gonna help big time. And
yeah,
then let me ask you a question, recruiting environment wise. Like, do you find it difficult with a lot of people around? Like, do you kind of have to plan around them?
yeah. Like I don't know if you could hear it in the background, but there's people in the living room. There's people in the living room right now, and I don't know if you heard them,
No, I
but
can't really hear them.
oh, but yeah, I usually just try to do it when everybody's gone, and that's kind of tough.
Yeah, it's difficult. Like, I live with my parents, so planning around them is always the annoyance. Like, my two options, they never fucking leave. There's rarely a time where they're both gone. So it's like the prime time is that my mom, like her office kind of is pretty full. It's across the house. So my prime recruiting time is about like 3 a.m. when I don't have to work that night. My mom's across the house and my dad's asleep. That's the prime recruiting time where it's quiet enough. Because I don't want the noise of them getting in the video, but also, I don't know how you all with this. I don't want them to hear me recruiting. I get very weirded out when they can hear me recruiting.
Well, with them, I don't really care if they hear me, but excuse me. One trick I usually do, I usually like record under their blankets or something like that,
Yeah.
or I would go in a closet or a quiet room.
Closet's a good option. I know a lot of people put that foam up in the closet and make that like a private area to record.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, well, well, here's the thing. Like with them, they're usually loud, screaming like, "Hey, get up! I gotta do this! I gotta do that!" Or they're playing
Yeah,
music or all that.
I can
So
relate to both of those things.
So yeah, it's usually tough. But speaking of recording, though, I actually released a video this week.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, I mean it's something simple, something small, I guess. But
Well, I'm just glad that you're finally back.
yeah, I'm actually working on the next video. It's called Underrated '90s Cartoons.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that one. I believe. You're working on something similar, right? But then Viacom took it down.
Yeah, so now it's gonna be a bit more professional. I'm gonna see if I could reverse the footage. Maybe that might work.
Yeah, like yeah, definitely flip the footage. I know a lot of people use that tactic.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna use as much editing techniques as I can to just hide it to just hide from like copyright or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know how much editing options you have, but what you could do too is take a photo, like a cartoon photo of a TV, and then play the footage inside that TV screen, and then having that extra thing on the screen will also help to block the copyright like detection. Plus, it'll look cool.
Yeah.
It's like there's little ways to there are ways to work around the fucking evil Viacom.
Yeah, well, I mean, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be having big stuff on the video like Rugrats or Hate on or
Yeah,
whatever for all that. It's just gonna be like a rare '90s stuff that nobody's like ever heard of, like Duckman.
I've never heard of Duckman.
Just think of it as like an edgier Family Guy from like the early '90s.
I'm looking it up. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely. Wait, I've seen. I feel like I've seen this picture of the duck before. I've never seen the show Duckman, but I've definitely seen the duck itself somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, so Duckman was good.
Yeah, it was all right. Unfortunately, there's nowhere I can find like legit episodes out to watch them on YouTube or whatever. But so far, I love the show.
Have you tried kisscartoon.com?
No.
Well, Kiss Cartoon is it's like a piracy website for all cartoons, so that might be an option to find the episodes on there.
Might have to look that up.
Yeah, it's Google Kiss Cartoon. Um, there's like a bunch of Kiss Cartoon websites, but yeah, it's like a good place to watch a bunch of episodes of cartoons.
Yeah,
It's piracy, matey, but it's convenient. It's convenient.
it is.
Definitely. I'm looking forward to that video, though. I'm glad that you're back uploading videos because I know how it is. Like, time passes without uploading, but I'm glad to see you back finally.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to release a video probably every week or so. If not, probably like every other day.
Nice, nice, definitely. And then, yeah, definitely make that game room tour. That type of video can get a lot of views.
Yeah, I just gotta look for some stuff to come in.
And have you ever considered, like, doing live action stuff?
What do you
Like
mean?
showing your face on camera and just like making a vlog about various topics.
Oh man, so it's to show my face and all that. I think he here's the thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wear like one of those face masks and a
Yeah,
hat, so this way I don't show like too much.
that might be an effective marketing strategy though. Like find the right type of mask, and then that'll help you stand out.
True.
It'll be like, oh, it's that guy with that one unique mask. Like it can that can actually work to your benefit.
Yeah,
Definitely, like, that. Just make sure it's a mask that like you can breathe in. It's not like one of those Rebel Halloween masks that overheat.
yeah. I think I might either wear a face mask or, well, I'm talking about the chick with the mask.
Yeah,
Well, fuck it. She's probably not gonna come on. But did you? Well, no.
It's Gilda's rant, right?
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
see, did you see the face reveal?
yeah. I saw the face reveal.
Hold on now. I'll be right back.
All right,
All right. Sorry, I'm back.
that's all good. Yeah, I saw the face reveal. Uh, definitely not what I expected. Because like you just build up in your mind like an image of what they probably look like, and then
Yeah.
it's like it doesn't match. But well, it never matches what you have in your head. Like whenever you picture like anything that you haven't seen before, you always just like invent an image. And
Yeah.
then you get so attached to that fake image in your head.
Yeah. I didn't expect it to look that. I didn't expect it to look like that at all. But
Yeah, it's definitely like it's not what I pictured in my head.
yeah, nah, me neither.
Not
But
bad. It's not in a bad way, of course. It's just yeah, you just build up like the image and like if a friend of yours telling you about a house party he went to, if you've never seen the house, you're just gonna like invent a house. It's like a mix of houses you've seen before and like your imagination. Then that's the image you're gonna get attached to.
yeah,
Like I'm sure I have like in my head I have an image of what you probably look like, and I'm sure it's nothing like you do in real life.
yeah. Um, but I might just wear a mask like hers. I might just wear a Jason mask or a Freddy mask. Something like that.
The Jason one might be a good option because it has holes in the mouth area, you know, which make sure you don't like they can heal you, you know.
Yeah,
You could also do like the hoodie, mask, and sunglasses too, like the face mask. That might be an option.
yeah. That could be another one.
Is
But
there any? You just hiding your like you don't want people to know what you look like.
well, that's the thing. Like I don't really care if people like find out about my face. Like I'll let them occasionally with the face cam on. But yeah,
Well, it's probably best to, have some like anonymous factor to yourself on the internet. Because some people definitely they share way too much information, and then once that's out there, you can't take it back.
Yeah, I mean, shit. If I actually show my face and I get canceled one day, it's over.
Yeah, like one of us could make a joke on this podcast, and then 5 years later, you're looking at a job or something that somehow gets back to him.
Yeah,
Whereas I guess I show my face. I'm taking the risk.
yeah,
I'm sure if I ever get canceled, so be it. I guess I'll deal with it when it comes. I have some ideas of what would get me canceled content wise, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to them.
yeah. I think that's all for the topics on my end. Do you have any?
Yeah, I actually do have a topic.
All right, go ahead.
It's more, it's like a discovery kinda. So there's a lot of products on Amazon, right? If you look up retro space, any type of item, there are modern day versions that look retro, and it's pretty cool. Like if you look up retro fan, there's
Mhm.
new fans that look retro and cool. If you look up retro microwave, there's new microwaves that look retro. There's new toasters that look retro. It's cool. Like these are a lot of products that are designed to look like they were made in the 1950s, and they have like a cool look to them.
Yeah, that actually sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely look it up. Like, there's tons for everything. Like retro clocks, retro Bluetooth speakers that look like old speakers, like with the tube thing coming out. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, there's a ton. There's also a lot of like retro T-shirts that like they're designed to look old. Like, definitely look it up. I've been just like typing in whatever I can think of and just looking like anything you can imagine. There's a retro versions made today, and it's pretty cool.
Yeah, probably gonna look that up when we're done here.
Definitely. Like I've been so tempted. I just want to buy the retro toaster or the retro microwave. Just all this retro. They look so cool. That's just in a discovery recently.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look that up when we're done here.
Yeah, definitely. I don't really have too many topics this time. Like I didn't really get any written down. Usually I do, but like I had a vague idea of like more about what we've been up to recently and all that. Not really any specific topics this time.
Well, I guess I have one. So they recently brought Donkey Kong Country to the Switch,
Yeah,
and I'm just thinking, when are they gonna bring in Mario RPG?
I
That's
can't
a
believe
game
they
that,
haven't.
yeah, I can. Well, I guess because of like SquareSoft or like Square Enix or whatever,
Yeah,
like
that's a
with the
good point.
copyright thing. And I mean, like it's kind of hard for me to buy this. It's hard. It's kind of hard for me to buy a Super Nintendo now because like whenever I get one, I want to get games that I don't have on the Switch already. And I'm already thinking of like a few like Ninja Turtles, Beavis and Butthead, let's see a couple others. You know, like
Yeah,
it's kind of hard for me to justify buying a Super Nintendo now because all the games I want are kind of on the Switch.
yeah. It's like as the library gets eaten away, it's hold on to justify buying that console.
Yeah.
It's like the Wii U. Like I, at least
Well,
for me, I don't see any reason to buy the Wii U now that almost every game is on the Switch.
well, that's the thing. I might actually consider getting a. Well, probably not. Even though I'm still probably thinking about it, I don't quite know. But with the Wii U, I might just buy it because there's the games are cheap, the games are good. There's Splatoon 1. Let's see, Donkey Kong Country Freeze, Captain Toad, and a couple others, and as a virtual console.
Yeah,
But then
that
again,
that is a good option.
yeah.
Doesn't
But
the Wii
then
U play Wii games too?
it does.
Yeah, that might be a big selling point in itself,
Yeah.
and that convenience factor.
Yeah, and plus, at least with the Wii U, it's a cheaper way to play N64 games instead of buying the cartridges. Because my God, those are expensive.
Yeah, it's definitely now that you're kind of selling me on it now. It's like if you can get the Wii U for cheap, then it can really fill that convenience factor.
It can.
Yeah, Super Nintendo. I have a Super Nintendo, and like there's plenty of games I want for it because I don't own a Switch, but it's one game at a time. Like I was playing F-Zero a lot on the Super Nintendo recently, and I got Clay Fighter for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, like again, I want a Super Nintendo, but if I get it, I'm probably just gonna get all the games out for the Switch already, and I just don't really want to do that, because what's the point of having two games?
Yeah,
But
it's like at that point, it's just like it's hard to justify.
yeah, but I mean, there's some third-party games I'm looking for, like Ninja Turtles, Street Fighter, all that stuff. But then again, they have Street Fighter on the Switch, so
Right. So it's just like at that point. Plus, the Switch ones are probably a lot cheaper than getting the cartridges and everything. So it's just so hard to justify.
yeah,
Like maybe like don't do the Super Nintendo route then, but then you save that money and you put it towards the Dreamcast. Because like those Dreamcast games are probably going to be like more difficult to get now versus the Super Nintendo ones.
yeah, and I mean, the Dreamcast is either the Dreamcast, the Master System, or the NES is probably the next consoles I'm gonna get.
You don't
Most
got a NES?
no,
Yeah, I thought you did.
no,
You definitely get with that then maybe. Well, it's up to you, but like the Nintendo Entertainment System is definitely like that one at least like quality wise, even though the games have been still there.
yeah,
That's like a weird beep. Yeah, even though like the games are uh like a lot of the NES games have been re-released. The NES itself like was the beginning of so many franchises, and it's got so much history on it.
yeah, and dude, I want to make a video on the NES. I even had a video on plan, but the other guy that I had to work with was kind of an asshole, so I wasn't
But
able
that's
to
not
do it.
good.
Yeah, like I was gonna make a video on how the NES, kind of made video games what it is, on how the NES didn't sell when it first came out. But
Yeah.
but again, that video just didn't really work out.
Oh, that happens. Like, it's always a shame, but I've had that happen with videos where it's just like that video work was done on it. There was planning. That video was planned to exist, but it just didn't work out for whatever reason. It just fell apart.
Yeah, like my whole side is done, but the other guy, I'm like, hey, is your part done yet? No. Hey, is your part done yet? No. I'm sorry, I'm gonna do this. Hey, is your part done? Is your part? It's never gonna happen. So
Yeah, that's the difficulty with working with other people too.
yeah,
Like I have lots of video ideas that I want to do with a friend or something, but I don't know. It's just I feel like I'm encroaching on their time too. Where it's just like come out of my house and spend all this time working on this video for my channel. So I feel like it's weird to ask them, and then it's so hard to get the schedules to line up and the time. Or it's just like it's just you put it in that maybe one day category.
yeah. Like with this video, I went into a whole bunch of history about the NES, about how it was first called the AVS, Advanced Video System, or how it first came with the keyboard and all this and all that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I could still release it, but there would be a lot of editing I would have to do. But
Well, what was the guy editing the video for you?
no. Okay, so the video is gonna go like this. I was gonna talk about I was gonna talk about the NES. He was gonna talk about the Famicom.
Ah,
And yeah, my part about the NES was done. He just had to talk about the Famicom and the making and the history and all that, just like I did on the NES. But he was being lazy about it. So yeah,
yeah, that's well. I guess you could probably still make that though without the Famicom port. Even though it always sucks when it's like you have the vision for the video and then it's hard to abandon that original vision and scale it back.
yeah, like that. That video is gonna be like a super huge comeback. Like that video is gonna be good, but again, being lazy. So I had to make the I had to make the video I did. And to be honest, I was still kind of pissed, but I figured, you know what? Let me get something else since I'm coming back.
Right. Well,
And
I have a. Oh, go
oh
ahead.
no, you go ahead.
Now, I'm gonna take us down a side road, so go ahead. Say whatever you gotta say real quick.
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say the video is gonna be really good, but it's just not gonna happen.
I was gonna offer. It's gonna be like, well, maybe I can help you with whatever that guy was gonna do, but then, yeah, the only thing I know about the Famicom is it's the Japanese Nintendo Entertainment System, and it looks like this. All right, that's all the information, and it was a digital thing or download thing, so I wouldn't be able to help you too much with the Famicom side. But I have a topic idea that we could do. Like what else? Like videos that you wanted to make but didn't make, like canceled videos of videos you have to put on hold, or like videos that kind of fell apart if you have any.
I have one, but I can't really remember it. It had something to do with it had something to do with the Xbox 360. I just don't know what it was. It's probably on my phone somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I think I have some. Like, there's always videos that get canceled. Again, it is actually hard to remember them when you really think about it.
Yeah.
There's always canceled things like oh, I can name a few real quick. I had a video planned for like a review of the video game Sunset Overdrive, a game I like, and that video never came apart. Although there is some footage from the video actually, it's pretty funny, right? So like, because the game's very punkish, I wanted I wanted to play like a fake punk like character. So I drew like a skull and crossbones and wrote punk with a crayon and put the paper on my wall, and I took like a video of it, and I filmed some energy drink cans. And then there's one video of me coming out of my house with a backwards hat and a cigarette and a skateboard. And I can barely skateboard, but like I shot this one funny scene, but then the video that's never got made, and it's forever on the chopping block. But that one funny part exists at least.
Yeah, so I like Sunset Overdrive myself, but I don't know why I got hated on so much.
Yeah, I like that game. I just people didn't give it a fair chance, I think.
Yeah, and I will admit, the storyline was a bit cringy, but the gameplay was good.
Yeah, the gameplay is fun, and like I really love the customizer, like the options to customize your character.
Yeah, I like that game.
They almost gave off like an infamous vibe with like the going down the power lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely. And also another video that this video is not canceled. It is on hold until the right time comes. Me and my friend, we both played a lot of the WWE games growing up back in the day. So I want to make a video. It'd be like a big video about like all memories and thoughts in WWE games. And then at some point in the video, we would do an actual backyard wrestling match, and it'd be like over the top and funny. And that
Yeah,
video is not canceled. A script was written. A script has been written. I don't remember if it's good. It probably need to be revised. But we were trying to get a cameraman, and that kind of fell apart. And this video, I feel like when the right time comes, it'll be shot. So this it's not canceled, it's on hold, you know.
Yeah. But that video actually sounds pretty fun.
Yeah, I think the video would be good. It's just on hold, you know, until there's time to film something, but there's never time to make anything.
Yeah.
Another series I actually plan on launching was I have a video on my channel about this game called Pac Guy, and I have a whole Pac-Man like series planned. Well, like I'll review different Pac-Man things, and then it'll result in a grand epic boss fight where I will crown myself Pac-Man. Like I have an idea to communicate with the Pac-Olite planet, and then I was gonna go to the library and print out as many free pictures of Pac-Man, the same picture over and over, hundreds upon hundreds, and I was gonna cover all my walls in yellow and those pixels just to make it like a crazy look. So one day that grand series will be made.
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
Like I was gonna make it this summer, but it's judging by how fast time goes by, I have my doubts it'll be made during the summertime.
Yeah.
Maybe when I'm 45, it'll finally be complete.
Yeah, although speaking of completion, so I remember when I beat Halo, I told you about it, right?
Yeah.
Halo 2, and I'm sorry, we're going on a completely different topic,
That's
but
so good.
Halo 2 is fucking tough.
What difficulty are you on?
I'm on easy.
Is it the Jackal snipers? You like the beam rifle?
Okay, so I'm at the part where you're like, the part where you play as the alien? I'm on the part after
Yeah,
that.
the orbital. Oh,
Yeah.
like with the flood.
No, I'm a bit after that. Like right now I'm at the part where you're right now I'm at the part where you're in the sky and you have to jump from like ship to ship. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah, so now I'm on that part, and this game is fucking tough. And I guess I should try to beat it soon because I still want to make the Halo video with you.
Yeah, definitely. Well, you'll be happy to know that it's gonna take forever for that Halo video to be made, and when I launch my Halo channel, another project that's been sidelined. So, but definitely beat Halo 2. You know, that way at least you know you've beaten it then.
Yeah, like it's weird. I'm not a big Halo fan, but whenever I start playing Halo 2, I just get like really bored.
It's definitely like there's potes in it, but definitely just there's good there's fun levels to come. There's definitely the most slow levels, but just play it when you I think the biggest tip would just be don't force yourself to play it. Just play it when you're ready, you know. Then you'll be like play it when you're in the mood to have fun cuz when you try to beat the game, like then a game can get kind of slow, you know.
Yeah,
If that makes sense.
yeah. It's just like I somewhat understand what the story is. After Halo blew up, the alien comes back. He's in trouble with the shit, I forgot what they're
The
called.
profits.
Yeah, the prophets. And then you come back as Master Chief. You're in a whole new space station. You go back to Earth. You fight some stuff, and then yeah, the story just goes from there. Then you're in the tank. Then you do this and you do that. Then you switch up as the alien. You find I I don't know what they were called, but they were like the trailer. They were like the traders or something.
Oh, the heretics.
Yeah, the heretics. And now I'm back as Master Chief.
Yeah, well, yeah, it goes back and forth between the orbital and the Master Chief.
Yeah, like I'm just not into Halo like that.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, if certain games that speak to different people, you know, like mechanics and stuff, like the way the game feels and the way it plays, like there's a bunch of popular video games that just don't work for me. And I'm sure a lot of people would think I was crazy for not liking.
Yeah, yeah, I understand you.
Like, there's a whole genres that I just can't get into. Like, I can't get into Japanese role playing games really. With like some exception, I guess I can't get into turn based. Like I don't know. It just doesn't make sense having to wait and then select your attack. Like that just doesn't work for me. I can't get into um what are those novel video games where it's like a book, uh visual novels. I can't get into that. So like there's whole genres I can't get into. Really can't get into fighting games too much, with some exception. So it's just like whatever speaks to you, you know.
Yeah. Although speaking of turn-based games, so remember when South Park: The Stick of Truth came out?
I actually like that one, so maybe I'm a hypocrite. That's the one that I enjoyed.
Yeah, I'm a big South Park fan, but I did not get into that game.
Yeah, the genre, like the comedy and stuff, is what carried it for me. It's definitely the whole turn-based aspect. It's definitely the. It's hard to get into.
Yeah.
I never beat that game, but
To be honest, like I want to leave that game alone for a couple years, and
yeah,
maybe like in 2025 I might try it out again. But yeah,
that game is one of the many that I started playing for like a few weeks and then never got back to.
yeah, definitely.
And now I'm afraid to go back to because I don't remember how the game is played.
Yeah, like that game is weird. I like the comedy. I kind of like the story, but the gameplay, I just can't get into it.
Yeah, well, yeah, it definitely takes some time to get into. Like, it is a turn-based game, so it's like if that's a turn off for me. So it's just like if that's the genre. So if you're not into that genre like me, then playing the game, even though it's funny and it's South Park, it is that genre, so it's gonna make it difficult to get into.
Yeah, although I do want to try South Park on the N64. Like, I don't know why. I know it's bad, but I want to try it.
I've been planning on actually reviewing that game.
Nice.
If I have that game, I got it for like $2, which is a great deal. And then yeah, I like you. I know it's terrible, but like there's just something interesting about it.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
there's a
hey,
bunch of South Park games I want to review. Like I want to review all the South Park games before the Stick of Truth. Like there's like some on the Xbox 360 arcade that are like exclusive to that. That like I like how long until they're gone? So it's like I want to buy them and download them and play them. Like there's like a tower defense South Park game. There's like some I think like a platforming one. There's some interesting South Park games out there.
yeah, I mean, speaking of Xbox 360, though, like, how long do you think it's gonna take till they shut down the Xbox 360 servers?
It's got to be happening in the 2020s. Like a lot of people still play the 360, but like when the next gen comes out, it's got to be shutting down in the next gen. Like unless they're super cheap to maintain. Like I just don't see how it can go past the 2020s, you know?
Yeah, like I know the original Xbox server shut down around like 2010 or 2012,
Yeah.
but it's got to be happening this year, and it's gonna suck.
Yeah, it's just I hope they give a proper announcement so I can go download all the games I want. Like I wish they would just keep it running, but
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be sad when they shut it down.
it is. And you know what sucks? I never even got a chance to try out the original Xbox, or is that something I really want to try?
Same, I never tried them.
Like that, I want to get in. I want to get into an actual game of. I want to get into a server with like the original Halo, or I don't know, play some play some games with like real people on the original Xbox. Like how cool that must have been back in the day. Like that must have been awesome.
Yeah, I feel a bit guilty. You know, I'm the Xbox original guy. I'm the Halo guy. Yeah, I never played Halo on the Xbox original online. Like, I was too young to experience it.
Yeah.
Like, and apparently there's a way, like people like play the original Xbox Online again, like something called XKai or something. So I thought about looking into that before, but yeah, you'll never capture that, like what it was like back in the day.
Yeah, definitely. You know what stinks though?
Well,
You know that coupon for the original Xbox that comes with Halo 2? That
yeah,
that thing is like I feel like I could see it through the case. Like that thing is just staring at me like, hey, you know,
yeah,
why aren't you playing online?
yeah. It's taunting you. It's like, come on. It's like go to Xbox Live, play. It's amazing. Everyone's doing it. You just have to look at it and be like, "You bastard! Do you know what year it is?"
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just like like
Like
I would be playing you if I could. Don't you think I could? I would if I could.
yeah, man. It kind of sucks, you know. People found ways, but it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, I
Or
get sad. I get sad about Xbox 360 online, and that's still going. But the fact that it's not in its heyday, that makes me sad too. It's just like old online experiences that can't be regained.
yeah, and I mean, just imagine how hard it must have been for like the Halo fans to just to see the server shut down on the original Xbox. Like, I don't know if it's true, but I heard like during 2010 or whatever when they shut it down, people stayed on the Halo servers until it got wiped out.
Yeah, like people kept the consoles running, and then they were able to. I read that in like a magazine one time or something. It was like a group of people who stayed on after.
Yeah,
It'd be amazing if they were still online now. Like the consoles were still running with like multiple fans aimed at the console to keep it cooled.
yeah. Oh, I know we do this every podcast, but imagine this: they bring back the original Xbox servers and they announce the original Xbox Mini. I know we talked about this before, but how cool would that fucking be?
That would be cool. I would definitely, I would definitely go online and enjoy it. It'd be a bad move from a profit standpoint, but it'd be great from me, from my standpoint, you know?
Yeah, I mean they would lose money because all the retro games that have the original Xbox, there's going to be no need to pick
Yeah.
up many, but that would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's like they were like, all right, fall of July, these games, even if it wasn't all of them, even if it's just like you can now play Crimson Skies, Halo 1 and 2. Because, like, theoretically, right, you would just have to get the servers running for those games or something, and then
Yeah,
find a way just to have like free Xbox Live on the original Xbox. Like get Crimson Skies, Halo 1 and 2, like get like 10 of the most popular online games running for like all of July or something. That'd be awesome.
it would. Actually, though, speaking of Microsoft, did you hear about their did you hear about this? Like, you know, they're shutting down like console generations and all that.
Yeah, it's the new era. No more console generations. It's just like all these like now it's become computers where it's like you can upgrade.
Yeah, man, I honestly don't like that.
It's the death of consoles in a way. Like yeah, it is sad. Like I just wish they would just like make traditional generations, you know.
Yeah, to be honest, and I know we talked about this before, but I want Microsoft's to be how it was with the original Xbox. You know, they were starting something new. They never released a game console, but when they did,
Yeah.
it it didn't do well compared to the PS2, but it did well.
Yeah, now it's just all like it's not fun anymore. It's bland, like corporate feeling, but it's just not fun anymore. It's so bland and like of course you can upgrade the hardware every 2 years, and we are giving an option like a PC upgrading the hardware. That's not fun. Like it's practical, but it's not fun. You know, like I don't know what it is, but the Xbox Series X is booing, and the new consoles just aren't interesting. Like they're just computers, and it. I'm not excited for the new gen. Like
No.
I'm really not.
Yeah, the only thing that's keeping me excited for the PS5 is backwards compatibility and I don't know some games like the new Spider-Man game and maybe some others.
Yeah. Like definitely like I don't even know like what console I would buy for the next gen because like all my account and stuff is on the Xbox, but the PS4 is gonna have all those the PS5 is gonna have all the exclusives I probably want. So that I'm just waiting. I'm holding out on the next gen until like the time has come because it's just so much
Yeah,
money.
yeah, and imagine where gaming is gonna be in like 2030. It's not
It's,
even gonna be the same anymore.
yeah, it's gonna be so different. It's like it's hard to imagine.
Exactly. Like this
Especially
may
it's like cloud gaming too. It's less like it's all being streamed now.
this may be the last console generation.
Yeah, I think it will be. I mean, in a way, you could argue the one we're in now is like the last traditional one. Like,
Yeah,
and then now we're moving on to like the weird mid console territory in this like no clear defined generation.
yeah, Matt. I mean,
How do you
just
count the Nintendo Switch? Is that part of the next gen or is it part of this gen?
I'd say it's part of this generation.
Because then technically Nintendo released two consoles in the same generation. But the thing is, like, that has happened in the past. The Atari 2600 and 5200 were in the same generation. So it's
They were.
possible to upgrade to have both of them out in the same gen. I don't know, it's weird. How do you count the Switch?
I, I would say it's this generation, but
I would count it in this generation too.
yeah.
Especially because the Switch is going to be so outpowered come next gen.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, it's going to be railroaded. Like, even now, it's not like I don't know. I like the Switch, but the one selling point I was kind of hoping was like, it was exciting at first because we got Doom, and it's like, oh, all these games are coming over, and then I don't know. It seemed like it kind of stopped. Like, just
Yeah.
if they put a bunch of 360 games on the Switch, that alone would be a selling point for me.
Oh hell yeah.
But
And
I don't know. It just seemed like they kind of stopped. Like,
I mean, if Nintendo got off of their lazy ass and released N64 and GameCube and Game Boy, it would be a whole different story. But if Nintendo wasn't fucking lazy, the Switch would be much better than where it is now.
yeah,
And I mean, just imagine if they did the line right. It'd be awesome. Smash would be bigger than it is right. Well, Smash is in it's in a very sensitive place right now. Or I shouldn't talk about it, but you know what I'm talking about. But yeah,
I don't. But
I'll tell you later on Instagram. But Smash is in a very weird place now.
I don't really play. I've never played Smash. Fighting games aren't for me, but I respect it for what it is. Although I don't know anything about like any new controversy or anything.
Oh, things have been happening.
Okay, I have a in my head. I'm picturing two possibilities, but I won't share them here.
Yeah,
I will
it's
say, regardless of Nintendo's policies, Nintendo gave me Mario Kart 64 Battle Mode Block Foot, and that alone is the funnest experience of all time ever created in the universe. So
yeah, it is. It is.
I could play. I think I could play Block Foot Battle Mode for fucking 8 hours with friends. I feel like I could, if my friend group was like, we're gonna play this for 8 hours, I'd be like, I'm fucking there. I don't. They can file me at my work. I'm at the house. I'm playing this.
Yeah.
Like if I was in prison, I would find a way out. I would take a spoon and I would dig under the jail just to go play Mario Kart 64 Battle Mode Blockfoot. It'd be worth the fucking 20 extra years in prison. Like that's why I want to make that video about Mario Kart 64 with my friend. If I can convince my friend to come stay at my house and if our work schedule lines up.
Yeah, I understand that.
And I want to film that game collection video eventually.
Yeah, same here. That's what I was thinking about posters and a few decorations. Gonna be doing the game room tour and all that.
Yeah. Well, we should probably wrap this episode up.
Yeah, it's almost about to be 2 hours, but I guess
Yeah. Plus, I've been trying to get energy, but I'm in pretty low energy because I'm pretty tired. But let's end this episode by talking about our plans for the rest of July. Like, what are we doing? What are our plans? What's personal or on YouTube?
well, I'll plan on releasing a video either every other day or once a week. But live streaming wise, I'm planning on doing that every day. You know, now that my live streaming is right, got the capture card, got the microphone, my live streams are gonna be a lot
Sweet.
better.
It's so nice having a clean setup, isn't it?
It is, man.
You know.
And yeah, and then hopefully near like August or whatever, I could finally pick up a Dreamcast and experience it for the first time again.
Sweet.
Yeah. What about you?
Sounds like some good plans. Well, for me, for July, well, I definitely want to try to get some Haytham Gruxton videos done. Which, uh, in my dream scenario, my friend can come stay one of these nights because I have Thursday night and Friday night off, and we can crank out these two videos, and they'll be entertaining and people will enjoy them. Because I just got some more subscribers from a shout out by IO Retro Gamer Dad. So I got some new subs. So
Oh yeah. Oh, go ahead.
what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, we should have him. We should have him as a guest, and have other people in mind as a guest.
Yeah, we definitely need to get the guest thing going. Iowa would be a good option.
Yeah.
Although you would probably, well, depending on his time zone, I feel like he's more available late at night, but because he does swing shifts. So every 2 weeks he switches from working days to nights and then nights to day. So we'd have to catch him at the right time.
Yeah. And then I have a few other people in mind. Have you heard of a have you heard of a Dark Titan?
No, I haven't.
All right, so it's this chick named Vera. She talks about video games, censorship, and all that.
Huh.
I don't know if I should get her on. Like the three of us could probably talk about censorship and all that all day, but I don't know if it's really going to be appropriate for the podcast. So
Is it like because it's like political?
yeah, so I don't know if I should like pull the trigger on her because actually I asked her before if she'd be willing to do a podcast. She said yes. So
Is it like if the censorship Chinese censorship or like the censorship by SJWs?
a little bit of both.
Okay. What's her name?
Uh, her YouTube name is Dark Titan.
Okay, I have to look her up. Yeah, that might be interesting. I mean, I'm not against getting into political topics per se. It's just tread lightly, you know.
Yeah,
Because like I listen to a lot of politics. It's just when you take a side, you know, then it's just there's a safe way to do it, but then there's certainly some YouTubers who definitely. Oh, hey, I'm on a podcast. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, so it's definitely a safe way to do it. I know politically for me, I always fall in the middle, so I always find I'm both the most. I always tend to piss off both sides, so but she might be an option.
yeah. If we get her on, we really got to take it lightly.
Plus, it doesn't just have to be politics if we get on. I'm sure other topics too.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I asked her about retro gaming. I'm like, "Hey, are you into retro gaming?" She's like, "Oh yeah, I play Donkey Kong Country. I play Street Fighter and all that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it's tricky because like I could see a situation where like an argument develops or something.
Oh no. That's the thing. This chick, she's cool. She's chill or whatever. Like we could talk about political stuff all day, but this
Yeah.
podcast is mainly about retro gaming, and I don't know if she's really into it like that because she plays retro games, but I don't know if she's like hardcore into it like we are.
I feel like this podcast is just it's retro gamer related, but it can also just be a discussion about anything if we want it to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, she might be an option. Is what else some other guests that you had in mind?
Besides her, I also have a retro. I also have a streamer friend in mind.
Who's that?
It's this. Shit, I can't think of his name right now, but it's called like Wolf Guy something. I'll send you a link.
Okay.
He's kind of a boomer. He's from the NES and SNES era, so I figure
Huh.
we could talk about games with him. And then I have another kind of like boomer streamer friend called Savril. You probably saw his podcast episode. I think we could have him on again.
Yeah, it'd definitely be nice to get. Those are all good options. It'd definitely be nice to have three people because I feel like having when you have like 3 or 4 people on a podcast, it really builds a nice dynamic.
Yeah,
Does Skype allow 3-way calls?
yeah, they do. I think they
Okay.
allow up to 5. I think so.
That'd be the worst scenario. We get it all set up, and it turns out Skype can't do more than 2 people. That'd be the.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, speaking of Wolf, I actually I always thought that that Retro Wolf guy would be a good option too.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I want to get him on, but he started his own podcast, and I don't know if I don't know if that's gonna mess up his stuff.
Right. It's up to you. I mean, I enjoyed the interview with him, but you have all the connections from the Lemon Cast too. Whereas my connections are pretty limited. Like I'm kind of isolated over here on my own rock on YouTube.
Yeah, I understand that.
It's like I made connections through Iowa now, but it like I should reach out to
Well,
people, but
well, that's the thing. With Vera, whatever, she has big connections, like big connections, and and Vera, if you're hearing this, I'm not here to like use you or whatever. I genuinely want to have a conversation with you, but I'm just saying.
yeah. Well, that's why I've been letting you handle the guest thing too. It's just I don't know. It feels weird reaching out to people, like because I feel like I'm imposing on them.
Yeah. Oh, I have another. I could probably have him on either next weekend or the weekend after next, but it's under 10 hours. I'm probably gonna have
What's his name?
under 10 hours gaming.
Yeah. I remember him actually. I remember you did a lemon cast with him, right?
He's probably gonna be our first guest.
I like that. He seemed like a cool guy for the interview. I definitely have him on.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be the first guy we interviewed.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd like to think of it like I think the best way to handle like a guest on a podcast is I think like spend like 20 minutes or so kind of interviewing him and then let's do like a general discussion, like tell the guests like like the I guess write down like 5 topics or something.
Yeah,
And then definitely like and then because I think the way we do it with topics and stuff is definitely the way to go.
yeah. Like we start off the show with what we've been playing recently, then we just go on with from there.
Yeah, I think like this episode has definitely been a lot more disorganized, and I mean I partly because I'm low energy and I didn't really have any topics written down, but I figured we had enough to work with. I still need to get the clips uploaded on that one channel.
Yeah, it's whatever. Like you can take your time with it.
I keep putting it off, but it's just like I know like the individual clips is the way to grow.
Yeah.
And then one thing I try to do with this show too is definitely I like the rate that we upload them now. Because I definitely don't want too many of them on my channel at once, just because I don't want people to think that's the only content. You know, I like to do an episode and then have 2 videos in between, kind of,
Yeah.
so to mix things up. But I think, I don't know, I think the Slimecast has been going pretty well.
Yeah, it's been decent. I like the rate that we upload. You know, the podcast is good. We just need a third member and we need some guests.
Yeah, it'd still be nice to eventually get another permanent host.
Yeah.
It's just so difficult finding somebody.
Yeah, like I don't know if I could really, find somebody that might be committed. Like
Yeah, it's difficult.
I can't really think of anybody.
It's like I feel like all the great podcasts have at least 3 people. That's why I definitely want to add like the third person. But yeah, how do you find somebody with like the time?
Exactly.
It's like there's people I watch on YouTube, but it's like I don't know who to approach, and like I don't know I assume everyone's busy. I mean,
Well, I'd say like if you ever find somebody, just like hey, if you're reading this, I'm a big fan of your videos or whatever. Blah blah blah. You're in a podcast about retro gaming. Blah blah blah. If you want to do it, okay, that's great. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. Here's my contact information. Like that. That would be the way to do it.
right, definitely. At least what we could do too is as we go through guests on the show, it could be a nice trial run to figure out who would work as a host.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, definitely. If you're listening to this and you want to be a host or a guest or anything, please contact us. We will
Yeah.
take anybody, basically.
Yep. If you're into retro gaming and I don't know nostalgia and shit from the 80s and 90s and probably 70s, then yeah, you might work.
Right. And I think right now Slimecast doesn't really have that many viewers, but I also like it just as a discussion too. You know, you get to talk about this stuff.
Yeah, and you know what I think we should do? We should start like a discussion in the comments or whatever. I guess like so like people that watch or whatever, they could they could speak on the comments or whatever. So I guess yeah,
That might be an option too, definitely.
yeah,
I think this episode has gone decent enough. I feel like, again, this episode definitely a lot less structured, I'd say. But as we progress, and yeah, I was wondering if you want to like, we should probably set like a time limit for the future. Like, I think about an hour and a half might be the probably about the time we want to aim for.
yeah. That might be a good time. And
Like
I'm
this
thinking,
episode has gone a bit long, just but because we're talking about plans and stuff for the podcast.
yeah, and I'm thinking for like topics. You know how we switch back and forth or whatever. I think every topic should have at least 5 to 10 minutes so we can discuss about it. You know,
Yeah,
just set up like a mental timer, like we talked about the Xbox for we talked about the original Xbox for I think for like 15 minutes, but I think that could be lowered to like 10 to 5 minutes. If it's a smaller topic like driver, that could be lowered to 5 minutes. If it's something
yeah.
big like if it's something big like the original Xbox, that could be set up for like 10 minutes.
I think we need to like, yeah, we both definitely need to write down a list of topics before each episode. Like maybe like 3 big ones and 5 mini ones, and then even if we don't use them all, we'll have them written down.
Yeah,
Like, I think that we definitely need to structure the topics better, and also definitely like make sure we both said everything we need to about the topic and like keep it clearly organized. That way, when like the timestamps are done, we can make sure it's like evenly split.
yeah,
And then yeah, I think topic wise, we can pretty much talk about anything pop culture wise, movies, music, games, anything, what we're up to.
yeah,
So I think definitely as it goes on, the episodes will definitely get more polished, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it'll all work out, as long as we keep on uploading, add some guests, it should work out fine.
Yeah, definitely. Once we get another guest, I feel like that'll really help the dynamic too.
Yeah.
Again, you have all those connections from the Lemon Cast. If anybody you can think of.
Well, right now, my top 3 picks right now for a guest is Under 10 Hours, Dark Titan, and Iowa.
Right. Iowa definitely is. We can definitely get him. And I know Iowa, he wouldn't want to be a permanent host because that guy is pretty dang busy. But he works like 12-hour work shifts, so that's crazy. Plus, he has like 3 kids, I think. But yeah, under 10 hours, definitely I want to get to. He'd be my pick for like a permanent host. I know like he's probably busy, but
Yeah, I definitely want to have that guy on it. And
yeah, I like the interview you did with him. He's definitely the kind of guy I want to get on.
yeah, and then Vera, I think she's gonna be an occasional guest because we gotta tread lightly on what we talk about, but you know,
Yeah, and again, I don't want to get I yeah, I just be worried about like any argument or anything. Like, you just gotta tread lightly, because sure we don't have a. I think all 3 of us probably have our disagreements on politics and all that. But we want to keep definitely don't want to get bogged down in that.
yeah,
So I think it can be done though, as long as we tread lightly and as long as everyone's respectful and sharing their opinions and it doesn't take up the whole show or something. There's definitely a way to do it.
yeah, definitely,
They'll mix it up too.
yeah,
So yeah, in the future, I definitely I think work on the structure of it, getting a little bit more organized. Like, I think we have a good system now too. It's just like in the beginning of the podcast, we should spend like the beginning of it talking about what we did, like what we've been up to. That can always be like a beginning section.
yeah,
I have an idea actually. Yeah, maybe we could for the next episode, let's each try to do the have 8 topics written down, 3 big ones and 5 small ones or whatever.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Let's both try to come up with 8, and then it'll be like a challenge for ourselves.
Yeah,
And then hopefully we can get another person on next one, but we will see.
yeah. I'm probably gonna DM Under 10 Hours and Dark Titan, and yeah, one of those 2 will be our first guests.
And also another idea for the future is I've seen some podcasts play games too. Like they'll have a game section or be like, would you rather questions or a joke or a section where like you tell a joke that you found on the internet or something too. It's like a fun little game section might be an option.
Yeah, that's also a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Or like answering questions maybe once we get big enough.
yeah,
Oh, sweet. At least we got some plans going. And I know this episode has been a bit of a cluster, but I think next episode we'll definitely approach it with a lot of structure and a lot of organization. And if we can get the next guest on the next one, like, then the next episode will probably be pretty good.
yeah.
Well, sweet. I think we've almost at 2 hours. I feel like we've probably gone on long enough.
Yeah, I guess follow follow Haytham Gruxton, follow me. Look out for a video. I
Links
guess.
in the description
Yep.
and in the comments.
Look out for a video this week from me. Look out for a video from Haytham Gruxton.
Yeah, hopefully I'll have some stuff out.
Follow me on Twitch, I guess, and yeah, I guess we're done.
And then I'll have this episode out tomorrow. Because I am going to go to bed.
All right. I guess
Sweet.
we'll. Yeah. See you guys later.
Yeah.